Yeah. So why aren't you vegan?
Just a personal choice, really.
Okay. So what gives you the moral justification to use someone if we can drive off of other things?
What gives you the moral justification of being vegan?
Oh, I don't need to justify an inaction, right? You're the one that's using someone for your benefit. I'm just not using that someone.
How do you feel about the position some people take that veganism comes from a place of privilege?
I
Not all
don't care what
people
they
can have a
think.
vegan diet.
I don't care.
I think it's a projection from people that don't want to give up their privilege.
Yeah, I would agree.
So you think that all places around the world can have arable land that can produce enough food for the population of that area?
Not necessarily right in this moment, but however they could be provided for by all of the other countries that currently take from them. Yeah, absolutely.
So increasing our carbon footprint even more.
No, not at all. Actually reducing it. Instead of
Okay.
taking all their grain, we could help them grow other plants.
Okay, and
We
what
could
about
provide
indigenous
systems
cultures
to
that
improve
have
their systems
omnivore
rather
diets?
than taking from them.
Don't you think that this is kind of a colonialist way of thinking about things, that your method is better than a lot of indigenous people across the world that don't have vegan diets? Are you saying that
No,
they're
'cause-
wrong?
Well, no, not saying that they're wrong, but we're saying that what they're doing is immoral, yeah.
So
But
they're
a
wrong.
lot of these people, unless they're given a different option, aren't in a position to change, right? But you obviously are, because you're on a TikTok live having a conversation with us. So rather than talking about all these other people, what's your justification to continue all oppressing others?
Well, honestly, it's more about, I think there's a responsibility to take care of the domesticated animals that we have by not just, what do we do instead? Do we just let them out into the wild and die? Do we cull millions of animals?
Well, no,
How do we, how do we,
we would stop breeding them, right? I mean, so if you feel responsible to look after all these millions and billions of domesticated animals, you're happy with the fact that they're confined, tortured, and then unalive.
I don't really see that in a lot of
But
the
that's the
people.
whether you see it or not is the reality of it.
In certain
92
places,
billion
yeah,
land
but on the
animals a
majority,
year
most
are
farmers are
killed
not
just for
torturing their
food.
animals. Now
I
you're
don't, I
talking
don't, I
about
don't, I
you're
don't
talking
understand
about
how that's a
capos
positive
and large
argument.
feedlots and such, but most farmers are not torturing their animals, and it just seems like a place of privilege for you to come here and tell other people
No,
how
it
they should
seems
live
like
their
a
lives.
place of privilege for you to come and dictate whether other animals are tortured or not.
Well, it's more of a
As you're not the
responsibility
victim,
because
who are you to decide what torture is for a start?
maybe those animals shouldn't let us domesticate them thousands of years ago.
Let us domesticate them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
not
maybe the
all
people
animals
of
can be
colour shouldn't have let
domesticated.
us enslave them all those thousands of years ago. Doesn't
Yeah,
that sound like a very
a lot
colonialist
of animals
attitude that you've
rejected
got,
it.
Mr. Bigot? So you're victim
We didn't
blaming the other
domesticate water
animals
buffalo,
that
did we?
can't even defend themselves for being in the position of being exploited by humans. But you said you were responsible for that. So doesn't that make you the worst person ever?
Probably.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a justification then for
Yeah, I'm
using
done, but thank
animals
you.
without their consent? Okay. Didn't have an
I
excuse.
don't think that they respect consent because he said it was a personal choice, which is the same as what a rapist could potentially say.
Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. I
Yeah,
typically
I'm not.
don't.
No, I will jump off now and then I won't interrupt. But thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
No worries. Anytime.
Yeah, you have a great day.